welcome to my list fairy. Today we're going to do another tier list, and this has been requested. I did a Breath of the Wild couples tier list, so now I'm doing a Tears of the Kingdom one.
Well, here we all are again.
Few disclaimers. There are going to be spoilers, obviously, because I'm talking about the story of the game. So if you don't want to be spoiled, don't watch it. Go watch something else. Go watch the Breath of the Wild one. Second, when I did the Breath of the Wild one, I went online, like on fanfiction.net and stuff like that, to find out what couples people were shipping. So I try to do the same with Tears of the Kingdom, but there isn't that much online yet about couples. So I was very limited in my selection. There's way less on this tier list than there was on the Breath of the Wild one. Maybe in the future people will come up with different ships, but for now we have 8 of them, I believe. Yeah, 8 of them. So I used the same names for the tiers as I did on my Breath of the Wild video. So we have One True Pairing, which is like absolute favorite, amazing, flawless ship. We have Shippable, which is, yeah, I ship it, but I'm not obsessed with it. We have I Get It, but no, which is like, I can understand why someone would, but I don't really feel it. I Don't Get It is something that just doesn't really make sense to me, and Absolutely Disgusting is just something that's, well, disgusting. Also, who likes my new wig? I'm still trying to figure out how to wear it. I think I like it. Anyway, let's get into it. So our first ship is Paya and Link. This is a ship that was also in the Breath of the Wild tier list. They have evolved a little bit. Well, evolved, changed maybe. Paya still seems to be very much crushing on Link, but you have to do certain things to activate that dialogue. Basically, if you go like naked talking to her, well, not naked, but you know, with as few clothing as possible and talk to her, she gets a little flustered. So you can see that she's still crushing on him. However, Paya has other stuff going on. She has a new friend, and she's the chief now, so she's busy. So how do I rank this? I'm gonna put this on shippable, because there's nothing wrong with this ship. Like, they'd be very cute together, but it's not something that I'm not gonna obsess over it, you know? I don't remember where I actually ranked them on the Breath of the Wild list. I'm gonna presume I put them on shippable, because why wouldn't I have? Second couple is Hudson and Ronson. I think they're quite good. They're quite a good couple. I feel like one of the few actually canon couples of the story. They don't give us a lot of canon couples, do they? Maybe like 3. So I do like them, and this is a love story that we kind of make happen, which is very special, building Terry Town and all. And then in Tears of the Kingdom, there's a whole continuation of that with their child. It's super wholesome. I'm gonna put them on shippable, I think. Next couple we have is Sonia and Rauru, another canon couple, married, adorable, probably like the healthiest portrayal of a relationship that we've ever gotten in a Zelda game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they're quite amazing. They're very supportive of each other. They're very respectful of each other. Lots of love there. I'm still hoping we get to see maybe in the DLC their child, because they have to have had a child, right? For the whole bloodline to continue. So I'm curious to see that, but that's another issue. I'm gonna put them on One True Pairing. I'm not necessarily obsessed with them, but I feel like I like them more than the couples that I put on the shippable rank, so One True Pairing. Okay, so now we have Tauru and Paya, and this is one of the new ships. I can see why people would. He's very good looking. They seem to get along. They're spending a lot of time together. But I don't think they've made any reference to them actually liking each other, unless I just wasn't paying attention to the dialogue. Maybe I missed it, especially considering they still made a point of making Paya fluster over Link. So I get it, but I don't really ship it. Like, they don't give me any feelings, you know? I'm not getting the feels. So I get it, but no. Our next one, this is one that weirded me out when I was doing my Googling. Pyrrha and Link. Now, there's nothing, like, in essence, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, technically they're the same age, I suppose. Although I do think she might have been a little bit older than him in the pre-Calamity era, but like at this point, they're probably similar-ish age-wise, although Link did spend a lot of his time sleeping. I can understand it, but actually no, I can't. Like, just because two characters are good-looking and they talk to each other in a nice way doesn't mean that there should be a couple. They have a nice relationship. I like that she calls him Linky. I think that's cute. But there's nothing there. Like, there's just nothing. I don't get it. What's happening?
Yes? I don't get it.
I don't get it. Okay, next, another Pure one, which is Pure and Robbie. Now, I've gone through such a roller coaster with this couple in my head. Because in Age of Calamity, I think they're perfect for each other. Like, they're just so in sync. They're best friends, which is in itself a great foundation. They just have great chemistry. In Breath of the Wild, like when I did my tier list, I think I put them on shippable. But then someone reminded me that Robbie's actually married. And that's just something I forgot. Like, he has a kid. I've changed my mind over this throughout time. So now I'm gonna move them to I get it, but no. Because I don't think it's there anymore. I think they kind of lost their timing back then, you know? Could have been something, really can't anymore. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they have a single interaction in Tears of the Kingdom. Am I losing my mind?
Am I out of my mind? Am I losing my senses?
I get it, but no. Next one is one of the newest ships in the fandom, which is Sidon and Yona, another canon one. They're engaged. This is a funny one because people have had such a strong reaction to Yona, and I talk about this on my waifu tier list that I made a while ago. And I struggle with her design, like just physically her design really turns me off. But that's really not the point. And on this tier list specifically, they seem like a really good match. She really helps him like snap out of his insecurities and his fears. They apparently are childhood friends. I think that's what they mention when they're talking about how they met and stuff. So yeah, it's shippable. I'm not gonna go read fan fiction or anything because it's just not really for me. Like, their dynamic, but like there's just nothing wrong with them. They seem to love each other. They're happy. So yeah, shippable. You know, the Link and Sidon shippers really need to calm down. And then last but not least, we have Link and Zelda. This is kind of obvious. Anyone who's watched any of my videos knows this. I think in Tears of the Kingdom, there's just so much more material as far as Link and Zelda goes. Like the fact that it's implied that they're living in the same house. Implied in the mechanics of it, like how you can sleep in the bed and how she's hiding stuff away from the house so he doesn't see it. There's just lots of little hints and that they're possibly in a relationship. The way she talks about him when she's talking to Sonia and Rauru, explaining like who Link is and stuff. Just the fact that, I'm not gonna go out of my way to spoil things, but you know, the loving embrace, and it's just I could talk about them for like 2 hours and I wouldn't get tired. One true pairing, which is now making me wonder, should I move Sonia and Rauru to shippable? Because I don't feel the same way about Sonia and Rauru as I do about Link and Zelda. I'm gonna move them. I don't even care. I'm moving them to shippable. I like them more than these other couples, but I don't like them as much as Zelda and Link. Okay, I think we have a win here because there's nothing on the absolutely disgusting list. That's progress. Obviously, I haven't added every single combination of characters that exists, but I'm gonna call this a win. If you want to use this tier list for your own video, I'm gonna link it in the description. And I think the next one that I'm gonna do is the husbando one, because I did a waifu one, so it's only fair. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.